fantastic. We got so much to talk about tonight. JD Vance has complicated feelings about meat. Pete Hegseth wants to see your chest hair. And the World Cup is almost over, so time to find another reason to punch a stranger. But first, let's check in on the incredible members of the Trump administration in another edition of The Worst Wing.
What a bunch of losers.
President Trump is addressing the nation tonight, and because we taped earlier in the day, we don't know yet what he's going to say or which museum he'll be putting his name on. But come on, Museum of African American History and Culture. But there is one person who does know what's in the speech, and he sure is making the most of it.
Trump's longtime teleprompter operator is accused of using inside knowledge to cash in on prediction markets, allegedly making more than $100,000 by betting on what the president would or would not say.
Honestly, respect. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know people are going to say it's cheating if he knows what words are in the prompter, but with Trump, that's not a sure thing. For example, let's say he puts a bet down that Trump is going to read the word magnificent in a speech.
And just across the bridge in front of Arlington Cemetery, we're building a magnificent, really beautiful.
Does that count? Does that count? I hope it does, because I put a 200 large on it. Now, obviously, using a teleprompter to win bets is a recipe for trouble. I mean, I read from a prompter, and I know our operator would never purple bananas, purple bananas, purple bananas. God damn it, Christina! But I assume Trump is cool with this. I mean, game recognized game.
He's on unpaid administrative leave right now. There are very strict ethical guidelines here at the White House.
But did she just say there are very strict ethical guidelines at the White House? This is like claiming that Love Island has a dress code. Nice try. Let's move on to someone in the West Wing who's slightly less important than the prompter guy, JD Vance, vice president and the weak link in your improv group. He's been on the podcast circuit lately to plug his memoir and share a bit about himself, but I feel like he's oversharing.
The thing I couldn't get over Biden is the way that he ate ice cream. I mean, it's like, you know, we could bring some of this stuff up, but it's like they would get him eating ice cream in the most ridiculous, suggestive way imaginable.
Suggestive? I mean, I remember seeing Joe Biden eating ice cream, but I don't remember pitching a tent over it. You ever meet someone with a kink and they assume you have it too? Man, look at that goat just teasing us. But if you actually look at Joe Biden eating ice cream, there's nothing suggestive about it. I mean, look at this. The man uses his teeth. He's biting it like a shark. Either JD Vance doesn't know what he's talking about, or I've been giving blowjobs wrong this whole time. But Rocky Road isn't Vance's only sexual food hang-up. You know how politicians are always being photographed awkwardly eating food at a state fair? JD is not going to let that happen to him.
You'd have to be a very manly man to be able to eat confidently eat a corn dog.
Yeah, I don't know that I could do it, Joe.
I eat them. They're good.
Yeah, but
they taste good.
Are you I love corn dogs. I try to eat my corn dogs. That's between me and my kitchen.
That's between you and your kitchen? Yeah, that's right. JD's not one of those losers eating corn dogs in public. He's eating his corn dogs alone over his sink in the dark. Who's making a fool of himself now? Why do you have this gay panic, dude? Nobody's gonna think the corn dog is a penis. I mean, it's a hot dog, so there is some rat penis in there, but it's not like in a gay way. But JD Vance wasn't just there to list his top 10 most arousing foods. He also clued Joe Rogan in on the U.S. strategy for the war in Iran.
We're not just going to do something open-ended indefinitely. We're not just going to bomb and bomb and bomb. We're going to try to use our military force as one of the many tools that we have to solve the problem.
Yeah, I love that. Our military shouldn't just be used to bomb without any strategy. Great idea, JD. Oh, quick suggestion. Instead of flying to Austin to tell it to this podcaster, why don't you walk down the hall and tell it to your boss, the President of the United States? Because so far, his strategy is bomb, and I like your strategy of don't do bomb, which I hope is for strategic reasons and not just because the shape of a missile makes you uncomfortably horny. Now, you might be wondering, does this guy even know that he's the vice president? Don't worry, he knows.
Like, my life is, dude, totally transformed. I don't go to the grocery store anymore. People go to the grocery store for me.
Dude, that's awesome. Maybe you should go to the grocery store? You might learn some stuff. Like, oh, were beans always $85? No, they weren't. And it's actually your job to fix it. But still, the vice president wants people to know that even though he doesn't do his own grocery shopping, he's still JD from the block.
But it can become the sort of thing that if you internalize it, you start to be an entitled
Yeah. You see? He's self-aware. Don't forget, this guy is from rural Ohio. He grew up poor. So he's not about to exploit his newfound privilege at taxpayers' expense, right? Right?
Some of the Secret Service agents assigned to protect Vice President JD Vance say they're, quote, fed up with his personal and family travel requests.
Just last Thursday, the family demanded that agents join a military helicopter crew to fly his young son to his golf lesson across town. They have also used the choppers to house hunt in Virginia.
All right. Now, first off, if you're trying to get the best deal on a new house, maybe don't show up in a helicopter. I can't go over 1.5. Money's tight. I said money is tight. It's the Secret Service who blew the whistle. Do you know how overbearing you have to be if the people who signed up to take a bullet for you are like, whoa, this guy is a diva? Let's move on to Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense and the personification of suns out, guns out. Because he has nothing else going on right now, he came out with an important message for the troops.
We have the most elite warriors on the face of the earth. While we invest heavily in our weapon systems, platforms, and gear, our most decisive tactical advantage will always be the individual warfighter. We have a sacred duty to maintain that advantage, which is why we must constantly look for new ways to optimize your performance, your resilience, and your long-term health.
Awesome. You know, I thought this guy was just a walking word salad of military cliches, but no. He cares about the troops, and there's so much to do. We could fix the VA, give our troops some mental health care. For once, I could feel good about where our money is going. So what's the priority here, Petey?
Today, I'm authorizing a new screening program for testosterone deficiency for our service members, ensuring you have the right testosterone levels to operate at your absolute best.
Hell yeah. This Secretary of War up policy a lot. It's kind of a problem. So wait, am I understanding this correctly? He thinks the biggest problem facing troops is low T? Wait, are the Marines pulling the trigger with their rock-hard cocks? You know, every time you look at what this administration is up to, you always find the most insane combination of audacity and stupidity. But after all this time, I do think there's something we can do about it. All it takes is purple bananas, purple bananas, purple bananas.